Hello, and welcome to Vlad Doodle's third sketchbook tour. This is a sketchbook that I finished about a week ago, or a few days ago. It's fresh off the press, 100% done. Not super impressive, but I finished it. That's all that matters. I stuck to it. This one, sticker, usual stuff. On the side, I've used some acrylic paint to make it red, and add these little pieces of tape and the date. Yeah. So up here, oh my god, I almost died. So over here, the usual stuff, my name, my social media, in case I lose it or whatever happens. And then for this one, I had 3 sketchbook goals, and I managed to finish all of them. 3 of them were draw backgrounds, did that. More finished pieces, at least 3 traditional or digital. I did 3 digital pieces, and so my finished work won't be in this sketchbook, unfortunately. And then I did try studies and styles, so just experiment and see what sticks, which I did do. And then I completed one of my extras, which was just study in my journal, which I did that for a little bit, so I counted it. And so for the first page, I used one of my gouaches, I believe, or watercolors. I didn't really end up liking it as much. I think it was ink and gouache, if I can remember correctly. I didn't end up liking it. This one looks kind of cool. The rest of it looks kind of meh. I started the sketchbook off with Sketchbook already, or not Sketchbook, no, sorry, with art block already, so it's a little goofy. Also, I don't know, random, Russian stuff and words, because I'm learning Russian, and so every once in a while I'll jot down something if I'm listening to it as I'm doing something. These are all 0.5 millimeter sketches, I think. Or no, these were 0.3, I believe. I think these were in a 0.3 pencil. Random sketches. I do love these random backgrounds I do sometimes. I think this one for some reason ended up super nice and super clean. The sketches in the sketchbook do not stay super nice and super clean because, as I told you before or earlier, art block and work and stuff. Here, super silly stuff actually. I was planning to do my first tester animation was gonna be originally an Evangelion meme, I guess, to a FNAF song, and I ended up not doing it, but I kind of want to do it. But I won't do it. I'm not doing it. These are really good. Random sketches, random little things, sticky notes, a little Tyler Durden, because I can, and I want to, and I will. So, more random, marker pen things. I honestly love this one a lot. I think it's super cool. I like the contrast of the super, super thin lines with, the thick lines. I think I might do more things like that in the future, but for now, it's whatever. I think it ended up kind of cool. More of those kind of thin lines, more backgrounds. Oh, here's a gummy bear I found at work. It's not real. It's some random acrylic or resin gummy bear I found, and I put it in my sketchbook. I'm trying to draw myself again because I can't figure out what I look like, so, planning to get my new phone or whatever. I ended up getting a new phone. It was not 600 schmeckles. It was a lot cheaper, luckily. And then I wrote down a dream that I had. More notes to myself and what have you. Ooh, I really enjoyed this kind of style and kind of sketchbook thing. This was really fun. It's I think it's watercolor and watercolor and alcohol markers, and then I had used just a regular little pen to add some line work with different colors, the red and blue and stuff for outlines. Ended up really nice. I want to do more stuff like this. It was really fun. This one I think was all pen and marker. So over here I learned about value grouping, or I was gonna watch a video on value grouping in art, and then as I started the video, I got 10 seconds in and I was like, I'm not doing this right now. And so instead, what I did is I looked up what is value grouping, and I basically wrote like the bare basics, like notes for myself, and then I did like some examples and like different ways I could value group, and that was that. And I haven't really gone back to it since, but honestly, I don't think I need to. I kind of figured it out, and I gave myself some little tips and tricks. Haven't really used it since, but in the future, when I do want to work on value grouping, I will look at this for examples. Random sketches, random things or whatever. Super cool car and some random guy. A lot of these, like this one, this one, this one, this one is my OC Sume. I recently posted a, like the trend, the Army Dreamers trend, with like, it's like your OC versus you, or you versus your OC, whatever, the little spinny wheel thing. And that was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that because, for one, it gave me like a chance to like see how much better I've gone since my last like little animation or animatic I posted, but also it's nice to have like a little video of like my OC using his ability, because every time I try explaining like, oh yeah, like his face opens up and like it turns into tentacles and blah 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 blah, it's really weird. Not really weird, but I feel like people don't understand what I'm talking about, or they don't really get it or feel it. But because of that, I can like, you know, like, oh, here's what he looks like, here's what he does, and I'll have a quick little thing to talk about. And the other ones are just my other OCs. So there's Chuck. These OCs just like, they're not really OCs, just random people hanging out, whatever, being sad. This is my OC Cassie down here. So, oh, and for people who don't know, this OC Some, he is 7'10". He's a very large man, which is why in the Army Dreamers trend that I posted on my shorts, it shows me like halfway down the screen, and I show him like almost at the top of the screen because he's so large. I feel like I could have made myself look a little bit smaller, but no. I want to become. I'm very tall, guys. New Prismacolors and random OC. I draw this OC a lot. He doesn't have a name though, but I've been drawing the same exact guy for years, and every single sketchbook, when I don't know what to draw, it's like, I feel like I don't really draw his face a lot, but I always draw like this silhouette, like his hair and everything, and he looks the same. I'll put, I think I even drew him towards the beginning of the sketchbook. Not here, hold on. Right here, again. And I draw him so often, but he has no name and really no purpose. I just like drawing him. A random little comic with like my OC, so it's Evo and Beetle and Sume. It was nice, it was fun. I got some, basically, I think they're mainly poster paints. It says gouache, but I think they're just poster paints. Notes on the poster paints, random little sketches and whatever. I like this color palette a lot, but I don't have the patience for like finishing this or like kind of working like this very slow build up style. I think this is with color pencils. So over here I used, let me see, this little fountain pen to make a bunch of these quick sketches from, I think some of these are Pinterest and some of these are from Sketch Daily. I just kind of went in and just like started somewhere and made these quick things without under sketches, as you know, practice. I do want to go back and do this again. It was really nice to just like, you know, abandon the under sketch, which I typically don't do like an under sketch. I just do like the silhouette kind of, or like the basics, and then I kind of put whatever details on top of it. So I don't know. Trying to figure out perspective. That's why these weird lines are here. Didn't get it either way. This was the same. These are the new gouache paints I just got, or the poster paints I just got, and I used 3 colors. So this is only 3 colors. It's sky blue, rust, and lemon. And then I made a little color wheel of the colors I could get using only those 3 colors, and I tried to do some things. Ryuk ended up terrible. He ended up okay. Sugaroo and Go-Berry are hilarious because I'm very funny, and then I honestly really like the skin in this one, and I was really happy with myself with the skin for this one, because trying to make a dark skin tone and that doesn't look ashy or washed out with only 3 colors was like super hard, especially with gouache, because sometimes the colors are premixed with white and they already look like that, and these were the only colors I was working with, and I managed to get like different skin tones just using those colors. So super proud of myself for that. Evo, body snatching, funny stuff. gonna do like a little Halloween thing. It wasn't Halloween. It wasn't, because I just started Sketchbook this year, but I thought about it. My OC Beetle. More random little OC things, characters, as one does. I do want to draw this character again. I thought it was really fun. Like, it's like an open mouth with like hair and then this bandana or something around its neck. Trying to figure out how to draw Senshi, but I was drawing it in the dark while watching episode 1 of Dragon Meshi. So, we're gonna ignore it. It's not... But the idea is there. I do want to go back and give, like, Senshi, my husband, a proper drawing. He deserves it. This one I did while watching, I think, Korra. And it was just, like, quick watercolor or something. I was trying to, like, get, like, an atmosphere going with, like, a few colors with watercolor. Ended up kind of bleh, but I do like the contrast of like the main character versus everything else. The colors could be better. More random sketches and what have you. Not much to talk about. Again, more random sketches. This one though, so this cute little sticker I found on the floor at work. No clue where it came from, but it was very adorable. Another random booth from the Noggin. Random characters. This was drawn by a coworker of mine named Jade, and this was drawn by one of my friends, L, and you can find him on LinArtX3, I believe, on TikTok. And I think it's just LinArt or similar on their Instagram account. So find them. Find them! Bunch of random sketches again. I didn't really care for any of these, but I loved this one. This was really nice, and I think I used a 0.3 millimeter pencil for all of these, so I might use that again. The lines are so nice. Here we got some, I think this was a watercolor, like, cheap brush pen I had got, and then I was like, oh, let me use it really fast. Let me put that out or whatever. And do some things, and I did, and then they're really cool, and I liked them. This bird creature is kind of fun, like the eyeball. It's interesting. More random sketches, because art block was art blocking. This one was kind of nice, actually. I could go back to this one later. Fallon from Dungeon Meshi, very cool stuff. A bunch of random sketch things. I think this was a painting I was going to plan to do, but I ended up never doing it because I'm me. Here is a really cool guy. There's no purpose. I just think they look really cool. Milk, because. Oh, interesting thing about this pen, this purple pen, is that I love this pen, but when I first got the pen, the original pen, I had found it on the floor of like my high school. I used it a few times and I was like, oh my god, I'm in love with this color and I love this pen. And then afterwards I used it in like some older sketchbooks and I kept using it and I was like, oh, I love this pen so much. But then I got really scared that I was going to run out of ink for that pen, and that was the first time I ever saw a purple pen like this, and I could never find the exact same pen again, and so I assumed they stopped making them because I went to office supply stores to find it. I went to like Walmart, I went to, I don't know, like random art stores, like I went everywhere to find this pen and I couldn't find it. But then one day it clicked and I was like, oh my god, you live in the 21st century, you have the internet, and lo and behold, you can buy an entire pack on Amazon for like $5, like free shipping overnight. Like, and so I did that, and so I probably will be using a lot more of this pen in one of my sketchbooks in the future. More random sketches, not much to talk about there. More random sketches. Here I got some new pens, and so if you know what that means, anytime I get a new art supply, the next few pages of the sketchbook tend to go incredibly hard because I don't know, I get really inspired with new things, and lo and behold, it does. So Milk, but silly here and here because he's super cool, super cute. Some random legs, person putting on gloves, someone pouring out some alcohol or something of the sort. Some random, actually, this is a really cool design, I think. This really kind of shark elf person. Drawing my characters in a fantasy land, doing fantasy land stuff. And that's about it. I think this one was, alcohol markers, and then a bit of like color pencil on top. So yeah. Next, more sketching. Here's a photo of my two OCs, Chuck and Sume, being happy and not dying and being sad. It never happens in the actual lore, in the canon, but we can always dream. Here was me trying out a technique I had tried before in a previous sketchbook, and I wanted to try again. And basically, the technique is like doing. So I have like water-based ink. So basically, the technique is taking my fine liners or like my dip pens, lining everything, and then using like a wet brush to smear around the ink for shadows, and then going back in and dipping, in that ink for like even darker shadows. And it ended up really well. I actually really like this, and I like how I chose to use very thin cross-hatching. I think it looks very nice that way. Here we have some random like character I created, no name or anything, not important. Some little gouache doodle here. I tried some color experimentation here, ended up really not liking it. Some random tiger girl or woman, love her. Sonic the Hedgehog, and another little background thing. I've been drawing a lot of like small backgrounds. I feel like drawing a little something or like a little doodle of something is better than not drawing it at all, because even with the little doodle, you can still, learn something from it and experiment from it and, whatever, work on it. I had just gotten like an offer from Ohuhu basically for them to like send me something, but I had to make 2 videos on it, so I was trying to figure out what to create. I ended up not doing any of these. I ended up just doing whatever and posting those, and yeah, the supplies were really cool, and I like free stuff, so. Here we have more background stuff. It's a little bar or something. Nothing else going up. Gojo. So Gojo is a character that I draw tiny little pieces of a lot, but he's not actually my favorite. Toji is, but I think people ask me to draw him a lot, and so I draw like little Gojo faces because people will come into stream and be like, Gojo! And I'm like, okay, here you go. These I actually really ended up liking. These are also with my dip pen. This guy right here reminds me a lot of Oswald from Gotham, which is Penguin, and he looks really cool in that one. These were super cool. So this is my OC Sume, but as ghost-faced, and then it's my OC Chuck as like Chuck, I guess. This one's really cool because here I have it, mask on, whatever, and then underneath you could see his like face and the rest of his outfit and his hair, and I think it looks really cool. It's really fun, and I'll probably do it again. Here, Shuttle Art had sent me some markers to try out, some acrylic markers, so that was what this was. Over here, I created a new character for no reason. I remember trying to ask people like, oh, what should like the name be for this character? And after I finished asking that, which I didn't really finish asking it, I had put it on the end of the video, but on the end of the video, the words cut off, and it's only like 0.5 seconds, like 0.1 second of showing name ideas, and so no one responded and no one reacted because no one knew what it said and no one even realized it was there, and I feel really silly. So if you have any suggestions on what this guy's name should be, drop them below and I'll consider it. More random sketches, random diner again, random truck. This is I don't know, like a random doodle or whatever, like a random little like background and stuff like that, but for this one I actually created an entire concept, which I wrote down here. I was like, oh, what's the story behind this? And I had never really done that before, and so yeah, it was really fun. Trying out new art styles, more experimentation for these ones. These are really cool, actually. This is a character we had named Tom, and this is Jerry, but Jerry with an I to avoid copyright. I don't know, he's just like this loser guy who became like a butcher to feed his cat, but his cat, Jerry, is actually this creature right here, and this is like his less threatening form. It's very cute, very squishy, and he turns into this gross thing. We decided in this universe as well that Goofy, for some reason, is their Joker. So do with that information what you will. Speaking of Goofy, we have Boxer Goofy for no reason exactly. I don't even know why we did that. I think we just did for some reason. More random sketches. Honestly, I love these sketches. I tried more using that pencil stuff again, and I think these ones ended up a lot better. They're a bit cleaner, and I don't know, the lighting is a little bit better. So, little improvement. Next is my OC Beetle. Very beautiful, very powerful. Yeah, just him hanging out, him working out, him being a little freak, him saying nothing, I guess. And then his area, I drew it again, like an updated version of it. And yeah, and I put this on here because a lot of people mistake him for being a woman, which he's very beautiful, very powerful. And so I understand why. Also, I give him headbands. He wears like red headbands sometimes. And yeah, he's a very feminine guy. I love him though. Here we have my OC Evo. I ended up not finishing this because I think when I was doing this, it was during a live stream, and this is when my live stream got banned for no reason out of the blue once more, and so I just gave up on this, and I was like, whatever, maybe it's not meant to be. Random things about hatching. And this is the last page of the sketchbook. Not much happened. Random little comic doodle. Here's me counting up the polls for which sketchbook I should pick next, which I've already started. Picked it out already. And then I had decided, I was like, oh, let me plan out what the first page for the sketchbook is going to be, and I ended up not actually using this at all, so that was a bust. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, leave a comment with your ideas, suggestions for next one, name suggestions for OCs, and I plan to do maybe like a part series for my 600-page sketchbook that I finished a while ago. So we'll see what that brings, and if not, I'll post some Fight Club fan art. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, have a great afternoon, and have a great night.